Beautiful's a bit far for me, but thank you, Paul. Well, I'm flattered. I think yours is lovely as well.
Great. All right. I think glad we can sort that out. But yeah, we'll be using these two weapons primarily, and we will be doing some more. Before we begin, Tech, can you lower my voice a little bit now that I moved the mic a little bit closer? 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a bit too low. I'm sorry, I'm a difficult man. All right, never mind. Let's just go with it as it is. So yeah, get ready on the time. All right, let's begin the last run of the marathon in
Before we start, what is the color we're running in?
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
You're not orange.
Don't try and get an orange, Paul.
Here are our options. Here's the roulette of colors.
I will just check the totals, and it looks like blue wins it with $39.
There is only one correct answer, and it's not blue.
It's yellow.
You're all wrong. You're all wrong. So yeah, you can close that bit war now,
Yep.
and we will begin.
Can I just get a donation in before we go? We've just
Go
got
for
a $5 donation from Anonymous, which did go towards blue as well. So we really didn't want orange for the marathon. Says, hello everyone, Tony here. I just wanted to say this has been an amazing marathon to watch. Big thanks to the organizers, Tech, and obviously donators for making this event possible. I'll make sure to join an event someday. Shoutouts to Rikel, Paulister, and Arjik. Love you all. Heart. Thank you.
Heart. Great. Tony, you're not exactly anonymous, but here we are. So, timer whenever you're ready. Okay. So, we will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, of course, first things first, cutscenes. We got to skip them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Classic way to start a run. Just skip a cutscene. And then another. And we'll start off by explaining a little bit of the structure of how this game really works. There's 8 chapters, each with about 15 stages. For the purposes of this run, we will be doing 12 of those. That's the true no-level skips way. So in each chapter, we will be going through the 9 acts and scenes. The one secret stage that is concealed somewhere in there, but we know where it is, so that's not too hard to find for us.
That one's not mandatory to complete, but it generally gives us a faster exit
Yeah.
out of one of the stages.
Generally, if not always. Every single time, actually. So every single time we get a faster exit just by going through the secret. And of course, we will be doing the 2 finale stages, which signify that you have actually cleared the chapter. Ooh, okay. I was able to dodge that ball. Sometimes I jump a little bit too high and it bonks me right there. But that one little boost you saw earlier is one of the speed strats that we will be doing throughout this entire run. It's part of a force ball. When you fire that and you bounce right into it, then it will explode and it will boost you into a certain direction that you position yourself into. We used to do a boost there as well, but we found out that the jetpack is marginally faster. Like point something of a second.
It's not faster than a Mega Boost, though, but that is a frame-perfect trick. Or frame-perfect-ish.
A frame-perfect trick, and you kind of...
Yeah. The way the forcible boosts work is if you're either flat or rising up, and you go against a wall and boost, you'll be shot upwards at a massive velocity. Omega Boost work because Game Guy's done a lot of testing for this game. He tested the time jump, so your character follows a set path when he jumps. I think it's either 18 frames up, something like that. But the important thing is it's one less frame than it actually takes the Omega Boost, the force ball to fire. So if you jump and then the very next frame you fire the force ball and you're touching a wall, you can get boosted while jumping.
Very nice, very nice. So how is he Greek? I hear Svasano say, how is he Greek? He speaks so well. And I think a very apt response by UKSG Marathon there is in order. Yeah, I guess I've just learned the accent.
Welcome to Let's Hear Paul Speak Greek.
It's better. That's about as much as you'll hear from me. At the risk of alienating the majority of our audience, I'll probably refrain from speaking any more Greek. So here's a lovely skip here. We use this frog to go underneath that alcove without using the boats to get that gem a little bit faster. It saves us going down to the bottom of this here arena to collect that other gem, because there are 2 cats in there that will almost always bonk us and cost quite a bit of time, like about 4 seconds, which stacks quite a bit if you do multiple of those throughout the run.
Yeah.
So that's better. Here's the first application of an Omega Boost. I'll do the claw. There we go, first try. Let's go. A frame perfect trick done easy if you either do the claw switch that I just did, of just using 2 fingers, or you can also do a thumb flick. I am new. This controller is new. I have not played with this one before, mainly because I cannot find my own one. So I cannot exactly trust the thumb flick on this one just yet. Maybe I'll try it out in a later stage. We'll see.
I've always been a big fan of 2 fingers.
Yes. We also run Halo. So I like how this technique is called. Hey guys, I can speedrun Halo.
Look at me, I can speedrun Halo 2. Oh, that's the flick way, 'cause you have to do that for sword flying in Halo 2.
So yeah.
I can't do it, so I don't run Halo 2.
Here's the first secret
Fun
exit.
fact.
Fun fact. There we go. So here's a secret stage. Secret stage allows us to not go through the normal stage, which would cost us at least 15 seconds from the exit animation alone. So just going into the secret exit and dodging that exit cutscene, which shows you how many gems you got and whether you were fast or not. Quite a bit of time saved. So we do that every single chapter. Every chance we get, every single secret stage we find, we go through it.
But Paul, isn't it no level skips? I didn't see you finish 1-7.
Ah, I see you have caught on to the semantics of the category. Well, Mr. Stickler for rules of categories.
That is what they call me.
Yes. The specific thing that we look for to consider a stage cleared is if you get a letter grade on it. Hang on, I had a bit of the burpees. So you get a stage clear when you get a letter grade on it. You get a letter grade either by hitting the normal exit or by going through a secret exit. It automatically awards you a letter grade that is C, I believe.
It actually grades you based on how you would have been if you hit the normal exit at that point.
Yes.
So if you do collect everything in the stage and then hit the secret exit, it would give you an A++ rating.
Yeah. It's a strategy that we use for the 100%, which is we collect everything, like the gems and the yarn, and then we go into the secret exit, and then we get an A++ on that as well, which saves us quite a bit of time.
Saves having to finish, then restart, and then the level, and then go back into the checkpoint.
Yes.
Back to secret exit.
So here is the finale stages. These are the timed challenges of each chapter. You'll have a certain amount of time to clear each stage, but you'll find every time you hit a checkpoint, you get 10 extra seconds. So that's good. I'm going to go up here first, so I can trigger this boat to fall early. And that saves a solid few seconds here, just releasing that boat very early on. We then move up here, get this gem from midair. Oh, that was a good...
That was very tight.
That was a good laser dodge.
Very
Fire this frog, and then lose the jump. Normally you just jump on it and then do a double jump onto the other side, but there's of course a backup for it if you can react to lasers. If you can't, stop being afraid. They're not going to hurt you too much.
Are you going for the Omega Boost here?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
There is a faster strategy in that little section. I've done it twice overall, and then never did it again because the third time I failed it when I was on ILPB pace. So
Just gotta practice. Get back on the horse, Paul.
yeah, I gotta practice. Yeah, I don't practice at all. I just do runs, and then I rage every time. Oh, thank you. I'm famous. Why is the guy blue in this game, and why are those cats trying to kill him? Blue is the color you all donated for. You all donated for this. This is your fault. You're all wrong, by the way. Orange is the only correct answer. No, you're not, Argic.
No, I'm getting the look I normally give this.
All right. So this is chapter 2 now. Dang it. I didn't get this jump. This would be a good jump to get to show you how good runners actually play this game. But yeah, chapter 2 has a lot of things. If you do it well, it just all feels so satisfying. There really isn't much time lost here if you fail strats, but it all feels so well. All feels so well put together and in place when you do all the strats.
Flows really well, yeah.
Yeah, there's a flow to everything, and it's amazing.
Yeah, BattleBlock Theatre controls really nicely, and if you get all the really nice, the really high quality movement strats, they're really fun.
Yes. Now, on 2-2, this is another secret exit, and we're gonna use this force ball. The recoil off of that will take us into this alcove a little bit earlier than normal. Didn't get the portal.
Oh, lava block of shame in.
Oh, I got the frame perfect pause though.
Frame perfect exit to make up for it though.
Yep. That is, this is, when you enter the secret exit, there's a frame that you can hit the pause menu on. And as the transition happens onto the secret stage, you can menu into the exit stage menu, saving you essentially about a second of time. So doing that, not really going to save you much time, but it's very much swag strats. So we always go for it, even if we don't get it. So
that jump's a little bit tight around that corner.
Yeah, a little bit. So we get the force ball of shame, unfortunately. Matt NL, no. Roar is a sound effect that usually plays on my stream during my runs, and it's let's just say it's one of those things that Tomska did when he was doing like voiceovers for things. Yeah, I don't want to do it here. It's best to just focus on the run. So here I'm gonna try and get an early cycle, which will save me 3 seconds from not getting the early cycle. And I got bonked, so congratulations, I just lost 3 seconds.
Feels bonk, man.
Feels bonk, yeah. So about 15 seconds would be that checkpoint, but I got it on 18, so unfortunately I'll have to take the L on that one. But the rest of the stage is going pretty well. If you can dodge those 2 lasers and that boomerang, that is... Its hitbox, to me at least, is deceptively...
For the laser or the boomerang?
The boomerang.
The boomerangs, yeah. The laser is deceptive in a nice way. The laser hitbox is actually much shorter than it looks.
Yeah.
But the boomerangs are a little funky, we'll go with.
Boomerangs are a bit funky. They can hit you in the wrong way, and they can just lead you straight into a puddle of water, as they usually do. Now I'm gonna try and hit this real nice and well. Let's try that. Nice. Cool. And this section is the most Monka-esque because of these cats. No. No. Okay.
Oh,
there we go. We dealt it. Dealt with it.
that was very nice and good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we did well. These cats, of course, they can bonk you into the puddle of water at the bottom, or just, you know, make your life a little bit difficult, which is why we try to time those shoves to the left. Thankfully, I timed those quite well, and I was able to get on my way. This section has a nice little Poggers boost at the end. And
I don't think you've hit the cycle for it. You have to be quite tight on the cycle.
Yeah, there's some specific cycles that you need to get it on. Let's see it.
Yeah, that's way too.
Yeah, that didn't work. So let's just do it the normal way. Going up the woolies of shame.
There's a lot of shame in BattleBlock Theatre.
Yes, you feel a lot of shame for a run that only lasts an hour, 25 minutes. So, I mean, there's nothing too bad just yet. I haven't messed up anything too bad. Knock on wood. Give me a second. Knock on wood. So I'll try and do my best to do everything proper. That laser, if it fires a few frames too early, it can still get you, even if you do like perfect movement in that section. Just boost up perfectly, do everything. The laser can just fire in the first instance it can and just outright kill you.
Yeah.
Some people like to hear for an audio cue there and then fire the force ball immediately after their laser fires.
The worry there is obviously you have to wait for the laser to fire, and it's not always firing when you load into the level, so you lose a bit of time.
I like to call those people 10th place.
Is that Rain at this point?
Elitism, I'm sorry.
Is Rain in 10th place, or is he 9th?
Yeah, most of the time the laser will be nice and it will fire late. So if you can fire the force ball to boost early enough, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. There will be no issues there.
I'd like to say a quick word about randomness in BattleBlock Theatre.
Yeah.
So there are a few things we know which are always going to be the same. Weapon cats will always be firing their weapons at the same time, and the fuzzy bears will always be moving in the same direction from the start, and they'll always move at the same time. Cannons it's random where they'll start in their cycle, but they choose that when the level loads in. But once they do know, once they've decided where the cycle is, they will always be consistent from there. Lasers, they seem to fire within a rough group of each other.
Yeah.
So 2-7, they'll fire within a few seconds of the level starting, but that starting point isn't always the same, but it always seems to be the same bit. It's very rare you get it and have like 3 seconds between actually firing for different cycles. It'd be closer to a second, half a second between all the firing. And the length and recharge of the lasers are slightly random as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Within a range.
Yeah. Now, you might have noticed as Mibs was commentating on RNG, I somehow got 4 jumps in that gap there at the end of the stage.
Are you cheating, Paul?
Nah, this is all intended. The recoil from the force ball, other thing it does is that it recharges your jumps. So if you jump twice and let the recoil of the force ball get to you, then you'll get 2 more jumps. So that is a great way to... Oops, there we go. That's a frog. That's a great way to just cross large gaps. If you have a wall to the left that can kind of send a force ball your way. Oops. Yeah, because I didn't fire the frog on the first jump that I did, my cycles are a little bit out of whack, but this shouldn't cost me too much time. Unlike these cats. Yeah, this is fine. Then here's a little funny skip. The recoil of the force ball gives us another 2 jumps, and we use that to reach the exit. Now, here's the point where you're like, wait a second, is this gonna be another clip?
It's too far out, I think.
Yeah, I think it's too far out. I'll try that again still. Nah, never mind. I'll just go it the casual way.
Paul is trying to break the game.
Yeah. And I'm bad at it. Yeah. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, you have to be on the exact pixel as that wall. The trick is, if you're moving into a lava block, it'll boost you out. I mean, most of the time we lava good boost. I'm so upset you didn't say that one earlier on.
There you go. Fly away now to Valhalla, Mibs.
I'm done here. Thanks for having me, everyone. I'm off. Yeah. Normally, we love a good boost, but if you're moving into it, it'll push you out.
Yeah.
We need to be flush against the wall. So what Paul was trying to do there was he's trying to use the ice momentum. When he jumped, it keeps a little bit of momentum. He was hoping to do it and turn around before he hit the wall. So you just hit the wall, lose all his momentum, drop straight down flush with the wall.
Yep.
He'd then be able to boost, knock his force ball off the frog that he'd sent around, back into him, and it would push him through the lava block and the wall.
Yep.
Because force ball on ice is
really fast.
I was going to go with broken, but yeah, insanely fast also works.
Makes you go really fast, essentially. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what happens if you don't get the exact frame after you jump. You get a little knockback.
Yes. There we go. That's an Omega boost. We got 2 more on the hopper. Well, 1 more. I'll try and go for this one. Nah. I think I tapped them at the same time.
Same frame,
work.
yeah.
Yeah, so same frame. It eats your force ball command. On a frame too late, you're boosted downwards. So we're trying our best to do the fast, but it doesn't always work. All right, so I'll take a little moment here to focus. Never mind. I lost the laser cycle, so I think I'm just gonna take it safe here and grab this gem instead. Normally, you can boost on that corner down there.
Yeah, that right-hand wall.
Yeah, reach up top to get another gem, but there's a laser in the way, so we don't want to do that just yet. Oh boy, that nearly killed me.
Ooh, you almost got the whiffy boost.
Yes. So that's also a YOLO boost. I like to listen for an audio cue there. That's because it doesn't really waste too much time. So if I can get the boost just right, I'll boost through the lasers and I can get to the cats. This looks very impressive when done correctly. I'm not doing that, so I'm sorry. Moving on to this here stage. You'll probably see something really wonky right now. Now, if the hitboxes were all like a block wide, I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But I did. Because most things here in BattleBlock Theater that aren't real, like, solid blocks have a wonky hitbox. For example, spike blocks have a pixel on either side where you can just stand on them without dying.
They've got pixel on their 3 sides. So if they're in like a row of 3, only the ones on the ends where they don't have spikes.
So yeah, at the ends of a spike row, you can just kind of stand on that last pixel without dying. The same applies for buzzsaws, I think?
Yes.
Yes, and Game Guy tries to do that. Game Guy is the world record holder. Game Guy is too good.
I tried to do it as well, to be fair. I mean, I don't do it successfully, but I tried to do it.
Well, you were second place once, Mibs.
I was also world record holder once, thank you, Paul.
Also that, yes, for a day, I think. Wasn't it?
No, it was like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that...
It was for 3 months, then Game Guy took it, then I took it 3 hours later. Then a month later he took it, and I haven't had it since.
Ah, yes. Oh, so you were the one who bopped Game Guy on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other way. Yeah, okay. Well done, well done.
No one takes my record the day I submit to GDQ and get denied.
Yes, we've had a few submissions to GDQ, of which only one succeeded. Game Guy's submission, and yeah, he did a good job. But I bet one day I'll be able to beat that one run. But just that one, not the others where he's actually considerably better. So what I did just there earlier with that little bridge that I just kind of seemed to make disappear with just a grab. Essentially, that's a block tap, and if you jump and grab the block that's holding the bridge down at the same time, you can get it to disappear momentarily, enough for you to just scooch on through.
Yeah. You take it off the block for...
Just like
It's not that, it's like, yeah, a few frames.
like a very small amount of time, and the bridge disappears.
But it takes longer than that for it to recognize that it's come back on the block, so you
Yeah.
can't fall through.
So you can just squeeze on through. That last section, I like to call that the jabataning, because you jabate all the cats to go into the rackalopes and die. So I call it the jabataning because of that reason, and it's great because it sometimes is consistent. Sometimes. I'll try and practice a little bit of wing retention at this section here. Ah! Nah, never mind. I'll just take wings. There we go. Just try to retain the wings as much as possible so we can skip this puzzle section. Because otherwise you have to do some funky stuff with the block that you have to move it around so you can make a platform and you can skip the section and go into the finish. So if you just keep the wings for as long as possible, then you can just fly over it. It's all those little things, all those little micro-optimizations that allow us to get through these stages.
Just think we haven't explained so far how to actually unlock the exit.
Oh, yes.
So when you come into a level, you start off with no gems and the exit's closed. The exit will open once you get 3 gems. So, and that will give you a C rank. Well,
Yeah, just to see.
it changes based on how many things you miss, your rating. So, but the important thing is we try to get as little gems as possible because there's a big screen at the end of every stage. You might have seen it. We'll point it out when it comes up.
So
it's
here's
very hard to miss.
currently I have 2 gems, and I'm about to get my 3rd one. Right.
Is there going to be one there? Oh, yes, there is.
Yep, there's a 3rd one, and
Yeah.
we exit. So as
So-
soon as you get that 3rd gem, exit opens. You can just get out of there.
Yeah. The reason we try to get as little gems as possible is because every gem is another stamp on the board.
Yeah.
And every stamp on the board is 0.3 seconds.
Point 43, I think.
0.4, somewhere around there, yeah.
Ah, that usually happens. If you try to do the Omega Boost at the wrong time, that cannon can fire at you, and it can kill you, and it can make your life that much more miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know why I slid there, but yeah, that happened.
That's unfortunate.
Definitely unfortunate, but I can do it a little bit better this time. This section I like to call Jabataning 2.0, and if it works, which I hope it does, slap and slide, it goes down, he gets eaten, and he just got jabated. And that actually worked properly.
Need an F in the chat for the cat who gave their lives for us.
Yeah, and they couldn't even protect their gem. Well, they did, because I never collected it. Just imagine. You're like, oh, I'm going to protect this gem. He's never going to get it. And then you die. And in your parting thoughts, you just see him speed by. You're like, wait, you defeated me. Are you not going to get that gem? What
To be
have
fair-
I been guarding it for?
That gem's in Oracular, but I don't really want to fight it to go get it.
Yeah, I don't care, really.
That's a much better way to protect gems. Just give them to the Racolopes.
Yeah, maybe you should increase your standards of letting me exit the stage. Maybe if you ask for more gems from me, I might come back and get it.
Oh, frame too early.
A couple frames too early, yeah. So we'll do the mouse technique now. So here is the finale again. Another time challenge. This one's going to be fun. I hope I can get a certain thing proper. Because if I can, then I will be able to dodge a tight grenade cycle and get away from it with a jetpack. Which I will use. Trust me.
Paul, I trust you. I
don't-
trust that you will use it.
I don't know what I was going for there. I didn't get the jetpack. That's fine.
Yeah, that jump's a little bit tight.
Yeah, so I'll just do the next best thing and just, casual it. Check this out. I'm just going to position myself here, and I'm going to phase that block through the cloud. Normally, you're not allowed to go through that cloud with that movable block, but if you position yourself just right, you can make your character go through a tiny little seam and slide that block up there.
Yeah.
Pro strats will have you moving it up just 1 block, but there's a chance you might semi-soft lock yourself on that stage if you do that. So I don't.
Yeah. It's unlikely if you do it. If you do it properly, you won't soft lock because you will only go 1 block by yourself, and you can just let go and drop down.
Yeah.
But I always end up double jumping just to be extra safe. If you double jump and let go of it before you're done, you can soft lock. So just keep hold of it.
Go down. Go down. Go down. Thank you. Thank you for going down and not dying.
Going down the Tower of Power.
Let's do this skip now. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. That was good. Did they skip Super Monkey Ball? Again, unfortunately, our friend Amoeba couldn't come here because his car broke down on the way. Thankfully, he didn't leave his house. He didn't go far from his house, so he is good. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to join us tonight, and we couldn't do Super Monkey Ball.
Now. There's never a dull moment.
Maybe
with you
next
at the
time,
helm.
yeah. Hopefully. But until then, we still got BattleBlock to do, and we are approaching the end of the first half in the likes of Chapter 4.
I think you need to find some little sparkly gem-shaped
Chapter 4, probably the hardest one of the first half, in my opinion, in close contention with Chapter 3. It has a lot of use for frogs, I think you'll find. Like, we'll be using frog here more than in any other chapter. So, get ready to see it being used as a stepping stone. It's kind of like the Yoshis in Super Mario World. We don't really care. We'll just kill them.
It's like, hey, even if we didn't have a big story, at least we've always had our Froggy.
All right, and cue the impressions.
Froggy.
There we go. I did it.
I cue the impressions. We turn around, you just do a Mexican wave.
And you just do a Mexican wave. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Froggy or Mexican wave, I don't care. It's one and the same. User interaction.
I just love big going fishing. The idea of big going fishing for a Mexican wave.
Yeah. Well, I tried to dodge that boomerang there. Unfortunately, I wasn't very successful. The first cycle is usually very tight. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't.
It's very consistent on console, though. We should explain. There are a few differences between PC and Xbox.
Yes.
But maybe not just Xbox anymore, because it's coming to Switch and PlayStation soon.
Oh, no.
Very excited.
Don't tempt me. Yes. So on the Xbox version...
weapon cats throw their weapon a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So that cycle is actually easier to make because you're less likely to be hit by the one that Paul got hit by. The big difference, though, is that you only get one weapon slot, and to swap between them, you have to actually go into the weapons menu and change. Overall, that loses about a minute because you can't just press a button to swap between a second slot.
Yeah, basically.
There's only
one weapon slot for the Xbox. PC has 2, and it also has the ability for us to connect a gamepad. So, yeah. PC superior console. And I just made an enemy of the entire chat. Oops. Let's not die. There we go. So, walking into Chapter 4, I'm half expecting to finish... Actually, I don't know. I don't remember my splits for Chapter 4. I know that if I finish Chapter 6 in under an hour, then we'll be on a decent pace.
Yeah, you should definitely be sub 125 if you're...
Yeah. I think a sub 1 hour is good pace for like a 121, 22, roughly.
Yeah, because Chapter 7 doesn't take long at all. If
you're good and you do it correctly and you don't mess it up.
If you're sub 110 out of Chapter 7, that's easily
Yeah.
123 if you have a bad Chapter 8.
Yeah. Something which I have done multiple times now.
Or don't jinx it.
And choked multiple runs because of. Yes, I was doing an offline run recently, just practicing, and suddenly I find myself in Chapter 7 at minus 40, a very respectable pace, and then I go to the third stage of that, and I choke it. I hit the checkpoint.
Thank you for not getting too far away from my time, Paul.
Yeah, you're welcome. My next goal is to just beat the co-op folks.
Because they got a sub 119 recently.
Yeah,
didn't
they got a 118. Yeah, congratulations to them. Oh, by the way, we should probably mention there is a co-op function in this game. So, yeah, people can play in co-op. They can play the exact same story mode, but the levels are slightly tweaked so that they can...
more suitable for co-op, and so
Yeah.
you're supposed to need a partner for them.
Yeah.
I think so far we found one where there's only one level you can't actually do by yourself.
Yeah.
Uses a bunch of weird glitches. It's very cool.
Out of how many so far?
Out of... I'm not sure we tested all the encores as well, but out of regular any percent no level skips for co-op,
Yeah.
that's 87 possible, 1 not possible.
Yeah. So there
Which
you
is
go.
fairly good.
Out of the 87 stages, you can do 86 on your own. So, well done, Behemoth.
I mean, 88 possible and 87
Yes.
were actually possible one player.
I think you'll find very soon we'll show more examples of us saying, look, Behemoth, I know you put a lot of effort in this game, and I know you worked very hard, but we're about to decimate every single stage on the quest for PBs. So yeah, a lot of tight cycles were in that stage.
Getting cocky,
And
Chapter 7 is going to smite you again.
just knock on wood incessantly. Just keep going. Just keep going.
No one's at the door arguing.
No one's in the door, Arg. In the door? At the door. It's fine. All right, here's another secret. Here's something that will take me a full minute to explain, then took like 2 seconds to accomplish.
Yeah.
So usually, if you try to run against the treadmill will win. It will push against you. What you can do to run against the treadmill is jump. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. I guess you could call that a safe strat, but it's not really. It's just me being bad. So basically... No, you won't.
Oh, no. If you get set on fire, you can explode just before you actually get the death animation for being set on fire, but it's very, very tight.
Yeah. So yeah, running against the treadmill. Really difficult to do successfully. And you can only do it by just running against, by jumping in the opposite direction.
You also have to be crouched while you do it because it,
Yes.
I'm not sure how it affects the hitbox,
Yeah.
but it means that
If
when
this-
you jump, you bonk early, so you come down earlier.
If the ceiling is infinite, you just need to jump, and you'll be able to make it. On a 1-block high cave, it's a different story. You need to mash jump, and you need to hold down and the direction in which you want to go to. Because otherwise, you will have to mash it about 10 inputs per second. And if you can find somebody who can mash more than 10 times a second, bring him to the Smithsonian.
The man is not human.
This man is inhumane, or inhuman, rather. That's two very different words there. This man is inhuman. Bring him to a museum. He needs to be studied thoroughly. You can't make me.
We can try our best.
We can try, dang it.
I mean, Paul got me to put on the headset. He's very persuasive.
Yes. Can you put the headset on, please? Yes.
I already have. See, he's that persuasive.
See? Oh my god. Put me in your debate club. Yes. I think we're kind of losing the ball here. So, Mr. Natty, if you want to do some like plugs here, you can go ahead while we do this finale.
Of course, yep. I just want to remind you guys who we're raising money for. We're raising money to support Young Minds, which is a charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenges. Your donations help them to make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties. 90% of all donations go to the charity, and the remaining 10% would be used to help UKSG sort of grow and continue putting on these events for you. And I just want to extend a big thank you to ESA for supporting the marathon. They've let us stream the entire marathon on their channel, and they've also sent us a big care package with lots of tech to help us with the our setup here. And as I say, some things just wouldn't be possible without the support we've had. So huge thanks to ESA for the help they support. And also like to thank BSG for supporting the marathon. They hold monthly gatherings in the Netherlands for people in the Benelux region, and they've supported us from the beginning by spreading the word and provided us with a channel to stream in the past, among lots of other things. Also, we've had Reichelt here, who's one of the staff for BSG, and they've also brought some tech for us to use. So again, big thanks to those guys.
Yeah. Reichelt, great man, great tech person, and he's helped a lot over the weekend. So
I'm sure he's here somewhere. There he is, waving in the background.
there he is. There's a Reek. Yeah. Excellent. Great stuff, great stuff. So yeah, that was the finale. What you saw me die from there was
Take my dainty
me being
hand as I
dumb.
whisk you back to a time long forgotten,
BSG,
long
not
before
BS. It's BSG, not BSJ, Hatsihari. So the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. Great event. You should all go there. It's like it runs every 2 months, so if you miss one, there's one right around the corner. So definitely something to look out for always. They're also streaming on the ESA channel, so there's absolutely no reason not to check it out, as it's like same web page. If you've made it here before, like the way you are right now, you can make it here again for BSG. Moving on, here is a tricky boost.
Oh, first try.
Which I got first try. There we go. See, sometimes I'm good. It's just the other times that really ruin it for me.
That was a weird one.
Yes.
That's...
I couldn't make it.
no, you just got hit down by the cat. Luckily,
I-
the the original Flame War cat didn't actually get set on fire.
Yeah, so essentially, the things that happened there, one by one, was I stood too close to the cat, and because the weapons spawn a little bit away from the cat, so like collision for that spawns a little bit further away than normal, you can stand flush with a cat, and it'll probably just fire straight through you without dealing any damage at all. Secondly, usually, in the worst case scenario, a cat, the one cat can set fire to the other, and then they set each other on fire, and then they set me on fire, and then they both die, and I need to get that little fire boost first try. Otherwise, I will have to do the casual strats, which save quite...
There is a backup as well, but it's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass. You have to do the frame perfect
Yeah.
frog drop, and
Yeah, I'd rather not. So
That's
I'm
also
I'm doing the... Yeah.
speaking of frame perfect, in 5-1, he also, when he got that ghost boost off the, we should mention, so I said you can only get a boost from the force ball if you're standing flat or rising up. You can also do it if you're falling, but you have to be in a very specific alignment with the wall you're falling against, and it has to be at the top corner. Luckily, the first frame you're falling off a conveyor belt, I'm not sure it's first. It's one of the frames you're falling off a conveyor belt. It'll put you falling off a conveyor belt will automatically put you in that alignment to hit it horizontally. The vertically is a little bit timing, but he got it first try, and it's a frame perfect trick.
Yeah, it's a frame perfect trick, and it can be a bit of a pain sometimes, especially because of the whole dying thing. It can definitely put a damper in the works of getting a PB. So if you do it a little bit too early, you will clear the conveyor belt, and it will just go off into the left, and you'll just fall off into the water and die. If you fire too late, the force ball will never have a chance to even detonate, and you'll be in the water drowning before it has any chance to do so. So one more description about this. The thing we've just walked into is the second half of the game. The most problematic one, and it's where all the runs come to die. Usually when you're in the first half, you're like, oh, it's okay, I got all this time save, I can make it work. And then you go to the second half, you choke it royally, and you're like, what the hell happened?
You get to the second half, and you remember why you had no time save. Well, you had loads of time save.
Yeah, because you spend so much time optimizing the first half. Ooh, that was a nice little ice movement. Bit fast.
Bit spicy icy, I like it.
Yeah, spicy ice, yes. Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so essentially all of your time save will most likely be in the second half. Just from all the little mishaps that will cost you a considerable amount of time. Hang on. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. That was a very tricky frog walk there. That corner that you're trying to duck under and over to get to the lava block is deceptively far out there. So you can definitely bonk on it and fall into the water and die. Ah, dang it.
Yeah. If you bonk there, you're definitely dead. You can't... You bonk on either jump, you can't make it up. There's no way you just fall into the water.
Yeah.
And you'll be sent back to start the level because you haven't hit a checkpoint. Speaking of having not hit a checkpoint, Paul deliberately missed every single checkpoint he came across there.
Which
so
is
that
why, yeah.
once he collected 2 gems and actually triggered the blocks to disappear, he chose to suicide and respawned back at the start, where he dropped down, picked up a 3rd gem to open the exit, and exited.
Yes. So this is a thing we'll do increasingly more often as the run progresses. You'll see a lot of it in Chapter 7. We'll be skipping a lot of checkpoints, doing a lot of risky stuff. And this is why Chapter 7 is notorious in the community for being the most punishing of the bunch. You can do if you do one thing wrong, that's upwards of a minute lost. Just like that. By trying to do it the normal way, because you've been forced to by the stage design itself.
Yeah. I think Chapter 7 there's only 2 stages that you don't checkpoint skip. I think there's 2 you definitely...
Yeah,
you definitely don't, and 1 where you can get away with not doing it, but
so
it's
yeah,
faster.
we could just go through them and count them when the time comes. But for now, Chapter 5, we are approaching the last 5 stages, which can be the most punishing of the chapter, if you're not wary of what you're doing. I did a little bit of a weapon check just to see what I have equipped, just so I can do that and save a little bit of time. Normally, you're supposed to get the frog, but then you also have to do an additional boost, and it's a bit troublesome. Speaking of troublesome, this last room before the exit is equally as annoying. I'll try and do a good strat here. Oh, I got it!
Flawless.
Woo! Jesus.
Yeah.
That
the cat's AI is a little weird, and you've got a robot in there firing missiles
Yeah.
around, which will kill the cats if it hits them.
It'll
And-
kill you if it hits you. And those rockets are homing. So the homing element of those as well is, how do I say this without saying it? Overpowered. So even in such a confined space, you'll still die from the rocket because it just turns around in like a tiny amount of space and it gets you. And
Very nice.
There's nothing you can do about it unless you can see it from like a mile away. Which mile you don't have in a room like the one we had just a second ago. No frame perfect. Pause.
At start of 5A, though, you did manage to skip a cycle because so he triggered a few of the exploding blocks, walked back, pushed the block off the actual laser bridge, and what that did is it basically, because it took the laser away, but it took off all but one, the one that was still popping, and while it did that, he was able to walk along the 3 that were still there, drop down, and boost up. It saves you a cycle, and you can't always get it because of slight laser RNG. If you get a short laser cycle, you still can't make it. So a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill.
A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. In this stage, there is a 1 in 2 chance that the buzzsaw will turn towards the right switch. The correct switch to be flicked on is the yellow one, because we need a little bit of time before we can get to the brown blocks. And if we can get to those at the right time... Oh, for crying out loud. I'll just do this. I don't care. Really? Cool. Alright, let's do this. There we go, got it. That's
very
a
nice.
good boost. Good boost. But yeah, if the buzzsaw goes to the brown switch first, we'll have to wait a little bit for it to go back to the yellow and then back to the brown, because we won't make it through the brown section before the blocks get enabled again. So we need it to hit the yellow cycle first, so we can make our way down to the slime blocks, so that by the time we're there, the brown blocks have been disabled and we can squeeze on through. It's these sort of little minutia that save you a few seconds each time. Now I'm going to try another wonky little frog skip. I've learned this frog skip here in the spike section that's right above this here section. So if I do this... no, we had a force ball. There we go. There we go. That's the skip. Otherwise, it's a bit more casual, the way you're going to do it. You're going to have to find a boulder, which blocks another light bridge at the bottom. So you have to go like round and around, trying to just get a path across into the other side. The cycle of these blocks here can be a little bit wonky as well. If you're trying to preempt a jump for these cycles, you're most likely predicted wrong, or that's probably just me, perhaps. You'll probably predict them wrong, and you're probably going to get hit by the cannon, so looking ahead here is very important to reacting to everything that's getting thrown at you at the end of that little stage. That's the same thing that we're going to do in this section here that's coming up. There's 4 rising platforms. I can't believe I actually landed that cloud. You're trying to get these rising platforms without hitting the laser. I'll take it safe here, just so I can make it. So these rising platforms, if you can just react to it just in the right way and land on like the first platform as it rises, you can do a double jump onto the next set, and then another double jump into the end straight without having to worry about any of the hazards that are in the way. But that's Chapter 5. Rough. It's a rough chapter. Rough chapter to get consistently. And it only gets worse. Chapter 6, finicky, I would say.
I'd say it's my favorite chapter.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun.
It's fun. It has a lot of technique. Like this little boost. And this little air slap through the spikes. I can just dodge this checkpoint because we got another one here. And it's great. Check this boulder out. You're not supposed to do what I'm doing right now, but we're doing it.
You're also not supposed to be able to do that,
yeah,
but we're doing it anyway.
Walls are a suggestion sometimes. If you're fast enough, there's no wall that can stand in your way. Unless it's like really, really thick and it's also at the edge of the stage, which you probably shouldn't be going to. So what the hell is wrong with... Ow.
Lewis, yeah.
What the hell is wrong
Just
with
so we
you?
find
Stop trying to do that. But yeah, that's what I was trying to do in the first try. So here it is.
Hey, first try.
No. If only. What are these buttons at the back, I wonder? This is someone else's controller, and I'm just like, what are these 3 buttons? My controller doesn't have those.
Oh!
The Poggers boost!
Beautiful.
And the frame exit! This is like the fastest way
That's
to
an
do
individual
this.
stage world record, probably.
Nah,
Probably tied it.
Can't be. But it was beautiful.
It was very nice.
I can't do that in my runs. So I save it for here, I guess. So there we go. So 1 boost to unlock these bomb blocks. Another one to get this gem and make our way up here. A little bit of careful jumping to make our way through these buzzsaws. Here we go. And a little bit of preempting these appearing and disappearing blocks. I'm in cat hell. Oh, wait, never mind.
Hey, you're out of cat hell.
I'm out of cat hell. That was great.
We call it purgatory.
We quit purgatory, yes. If you don't make that little jump, there are 4 cats, maybe even 5, that can gang up on you. And they can just keep you pinned down for like a while. And there's nothing you can do. You can just like fire force balls and do all that, but it takes so long. So you're hoping to get that jump. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So here's a chase scene. The first of 3 that we're going to be seeing this chapter, or in general. And I'm going to clip through this wall because, again, there ain't nothing like a good wall to clip through.
The real purpose of walls is to just be ignored.
Yes. What? Oh, what's that? You want to block my passage?
I'm not okay with this.
Sorry, I'm deaf. I can't hear you. Did you say, do you want to block my pass? I can't hear you. I'm sorry. You're not being... Okay, so we're going to push this block. Normally, you're supposed to get another one, but if I can just look at this pattern here, if it wants to help me, I can just set it up when the bridge is complete. I can just run right through. Yeah.
A lot of people do that quickly. They just stand on the top one for a while. They step off it, and all the lasers kind of align.
Yeah.
And it works way more than it should, and I'm not happy about it in the slightest.
Yes, and neither am I, because I'm the one who's doing the bad strat, apparently, and I'm the one in 4th place.
Everyone should come down to my level.
Exactly.
Stop making me have to go faster, please.
Yes, because I am very slow. Oh boy, I think I almost hit that buzzsaw. Again, some of these hitboxes are deceptively large. So when you think you've cleared something, you're just not quite there. I have to wait on that one. Yeah, there was a god cycle, as I like to call it there. If you hit 31 on that checkpoint and then do this section perfectly, you can hit it, but we didn't. So we're going to have to wait a little bit for these Ferdinands to come around and bother to pay attention to us, as if we were bothering them in any way, shape, or form. I'm not even bonking you.
Yeah. There are a few. So you saw we had all the single spike blocks there, and Paul got a few spike jumps off there.
Yep.
That's because if you're standing against one and it's 1 block above you and 1 block to the left, you can jump over it and you'll just hit the spike jump every single time.
Yes. The same applies if you're in a water puddle and you fire a frog down there. There is a spike pillar that's 2 blocks tall. And then if you can do a perfect double jump, then you can spike jump on the opposite end. So yeah, that's something we applied a little bit earlier in chapter
4-7?
4-7. Yes, that's the one, or 4-6.
4-6, yeah.
But yeah,
right.
chapter 4. If you were here in chapter 4, then you know what we're talking about. Perfect Omega boost. Well done.
I think 6-6, the actual IL stage, the actual IL route for 6-6 is probably my favorite stage in the entire
Yeah.
thing.
It's
really, really good.
It's really nice. It's nice and satisfying. So here comes like the last half of the stage, I would say. I don't know what this stage entails. Oh, it's another chase scene. So we're gonna be chased again. These buzzsaws, unless I do something really badly, they don't really pose a threat to us. Actually, I'm going to do that instead of doing what might be the right thing to do.
I mean, that was probably the right thing to do.
And I got a thumb flick Omega boost. First one here. So,
very nice.
Can I buy this controller? How much does it cost? Is it... Nah, I'm kidding, of course. I'll probably buy... If Hori ever makes a PC controller, then I'll be like all over that, like, want. Some good dodges of buzzsaws there.
Max says 25 quid.
Nah, it's fine. No, I don't want to buy it. No, it's fine. Coming up, my favorite stage, because I'm sure the developers have put a lot of effort here, a lot of effort to make this as hellish as possible. But we are going to cheese the ever-loving heck out of it. We're going to kill these cats by having them squish one another, and then we're going to disable this robot momentarily. As we set ourselves up right there, he's going to fire a rocket this way. Once it goes right above the cloud, I'm going to fire the wrong weapon. And then I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, and then fire another one to disable that cat who is on the light bridge. And that light bridge comes off, and we're right in the exit, as we've done a triple clip. And that
Flawless.
is like 30 seconds worth of effort for a stage that would normally take a minute or 2.
Yeah, weaponless is fun.
Oh yes, you also run that.
Yeah. I'll probably take a moment now to talk about all the different categories we have. So
Go for it.
There's a number of different options we have. So first of all, you can choose whether you want to do normal or insane mode. Insane mode is mostly the same as normal, except if you die, you restart the level. You lose all your gems, all your checkpoints, everything. You restart the level. You have to do it without dying, and that includes intentional deaths and suicides. Then you've got solo or co-op. Paul already described that. It's 1 player or 2 player. There's some slight differences between the levels. And then the last one is weapons or weaponless. And the weaponless, on PC you can bind your controls so you can bind all your different controls, but we do need to use the weapon button for throwing rocks. There's no way to unbind the 2 of those, so we just have to take it at face value. Yeah, you didn't mean to do that weapon throw, or yeah, it gave you no benefit. That's fine. There's also 100%, 80% no level skips, which is the category we're running.
Any
Any%. And unofficially true 80%, which we'll all see later.
Yes, you'll see it later
Yes.
because thank you for donating. We've helped us reach the goal of $150. So you will be seeing this after this run, and it'll be, well, a tasteful meme. If I were to describe it. You're going to enjoy this. It's an unofficial category because we didn't feel like doing it officially because
it's a very, very memey category.
yeah, I don't know what the decision process was because I wasn't a mod for this game at the time, but now I am. So
We're not putting it up for debate again. We're not making true 80% a real category, Paul.
dang it! Yeah, the story behind True Any Percent is actually really funny. A fellow runner and current second place in this very category, Mr. Storm_AT, one day posted an Any Percent run for like the official Any Percent category.
So we should explain what any percent is first.
Yeah.
So obviously 100%, you collect all the gems, all the yarn, you get A++ on every single stage, including secrets and encores. Any percent is the difference between any percent and any percent no level skips is in any percent you can go into stages 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, or 8. So the first 2 acts of each scene, the first 2 scenes of each act even. And you can just exit out of them,
Now, it goes
and it will
without
automatically
saying,
open
but
the next
cats
one.
really
You have to
don't
finish
like
the
be
third one
ignored. My old mind
to progress to the next act, but it means you cut down from from having to get a letter grade in 11 stages per chapter to only 5 in every chapter, and most of it's spent menuing. So it's kind of dumb category. Like the world records only goes down by about 25 minutes, despite the fact you play less than half the stages.
Yeah, basically, because of all the menuing, essentially.
So it's kind of silly. But the run that Storm posted was because we run with New Game Plus, so we get all the weapons at the start of the run, because weapons unlock in a completely random order. It's if you have it unlocked and you have enough yarn, you can go and buy it. Obviously, that's a pain in the arse, a pain in the backside for runs, because I save. It's a pain in the backside for runs because obviously the force ball is so useful for so many tricks, and if you get it last, you have to go out of your way to collect, is it 60 yarn? So I think there's 13 weapons and you get 1 automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to collect 60 yarn throughout the run. And when there's only 88 stages you're playing, that changes the routing massively, and you have to do it based on...
Oh, yes.
Oh, lovely.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I've got the fast way through as well.
The fast 7 too.
Yeah. So when you have to unlock an order, it's a bit of a pain. So you say, okay, to run New Game Plus, we have all the weapons unlocked. You can trade some of the weapons off to try and make menuing a little bit faster, but that's seen as sort of an extra step that most people don't bother with. But there's nothing against
I
it.
tried that once. I sold some weapons on the Steam Marketplace, and then that came back to bite me in the behind as I was doing bingo at the time, and there was a certain weapon that could get me out of a certain situation, but it was one of the weapons I'd sold off to the Marketplace just as a test to see if it actually affects your menuing, and it did. I couldn't select that weapon anymore. Surprisingly enough. So here's probably one of the harder parts here on this chapter. Oh, please. Please, no!
Oh, no!
Nah, I'll just redo it.
Yeah. At this point, it's faster to reset. And you saw there was a 38-second checkpoint.
Yeah.
This is why Chapter 7 is so brutal for a lot of runners.
Imagine doing that another time over. That's another 38 seconds, plus all the new hurdles that appear just from the new, just from the things you change on your way back to do the second loop. That it's about 50 seconds lost. Yeah. And you're probably considerably better off just redoing the stage altogether.
Yeah. What pushing that white block over does is it makes all the black blocks disappear, and down here there is a saw, which means that the white blocks will alternate back and forth. So it makes the route Paul went through. It takes away all the black blocks that were there, and the white ones start to flicker and alternate.
Yeah.
So you have to go through that same thing again, but it's harder. So it's much easier to just restart and hope you get it the second try.
Yeah.
The way he got it was, if you throw a plane but you pause as you're throwing it, or you start to throw a weapon and you pause and swap into the plane, you can throw it down, and normally when you throw a plane, you'll throw it, you'll press the weapon button once to throw it, you press it again to detonate it. With this way though, you can...
I try to do the IL.
Yeah, you got unlucky.
The really dumb strat.
Yeah, you hit the goo wall though.
Yeah. I know I hit the lava block early, so it didn't work. Anyway, back to your explanation.
Yes. So, what it means is you can stack as many paper planes as long as you keep doing the menuing out as you're throwing it.
Can I get that? Nah. I have to get another gem because I missed that one. Dang.
Crud. Yeah.
Hey! There we go.
Lovely spike jump.
Lovely spike jump, my dudes.
Yeah.
So I'll just go back up here
Let's go back here and
and
just...
do another frog walk into the exit.
Yeah. This is one of the stages where it's better to checkpoint skip, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So if you start to throw a plane and then you swap out menuing and back into the plane, you can throw it and it will stay basically until you die.
Yeah.
So what we can use, what we can do is we can use that to throw multiple planes at once without them exploding. And because the hitbox of the checkpoint is, it's basically if you actually took the actual checkpoint itself and just laid it on its side, it's very wide but very, very low. So you can just stand on the plane and just jump straight over it, even though it's only a 1 block high space. It's very weird, but it means that we can skip that checkpoint and just respawn the last one we hit, which is just before, after turning the black blocks on and bringing up the exit.
That was a really tough checkpoint skip.
Yeah.
You don't have to skip all of... Actually, yeah, you do. You kind of have to skip every single checkpoint on this, because if you do that and you then die at the end after collecting 3 gems, the start is the next point you will respawn into, and the start is right next to the exit. So you can literally just skip all the checkpoints and die, and then just respawn next to the exit and save a minute's worth of backtracking through the level, which is the casual way of doing it. So this is why Chapter 7 is so difficult. It asks from you one thing per stage, but if you mess that up, that's so much time lost. And this is why most runs will die here, because of all the time lost that you've got.
I would love to tell you where they put the gems. but I'm not
We were explaining the difference between any percent and true any percent.
Yes, any percent and 20%. Sorry, I got distracted by pulling off the
Strats.
7-2 skip.
Strats.
Yes, we were distracted by strats. That's a fine reason.
This
to
is
get
the hardest
distracted.
stage in the game, by the way.
Very, very hard.
Very,
It's-
very hard.
Do
Incredible.
not attempt this at home unless you are a professional, like Paul here.
Professional speedrunner. Yes, I get paid. No, I don't.
So
Back
true
to the
80%
categories.
is, so 80% you can skip most of the levels. True 80%, because we play New Game Plus, Chapter 8's already unlocked, as is the Chapter 8 finale. So Storm said, okay, here's my 80% run. It was just him running straight to the Chapter 8 finales and playing the 2 levels. I'm like, there we go, there's 80% done. And quite rightfully so, everyone called it out as a massive meme, and then everyone got involved with a fever of doing true 80% runs, because we are terrible memers.
Yes, we are bad. But it's tasteful. It is tasteful. Ooh, that was a bit of a lag spike there, but no biggie. Mashing jump here to get through this goo section as fast as possible. And again, I skipped all of the checkpoints because as you see, the exit is right above the start. So, respawn, up and over, and we're through. Easy. As someone would say, not me. I wouldn't say that.
Easily peasily, squeeze the lemons.
That's kind of how it goes. But never mind.
It's close enough.
It's close enough.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah. This one is a bit wonky, I think you'll find. Let me see if I can get this. Didn't get that gem. If you boost at the right time, you can get that gem as you're boosting up. But we need to uppercut this cat into that button, and it needs to stay up there. It will. It just stays in place and fires a boomerang. But doing so will open up a certain area that we would have to do a little bit differently to make it through this section. So with that, we cheese a big part of this stage just by having an extra weight on another switch. And with that, you save a ton of time.
It also means you don't have to deal with 4 regular cats that come out and just try to knock this around everywhere.
That's also a thing that happens if you don't get the cat in, which usually happens when you stand right next to the cat. You try to uppercut it, but you're too far off, and he fires a boomerang, and you both get stunned. In that case, the cat will wobble back and forth and then fall into the water pit behind him and die. And so you will not have a weight, and you will have to kind of make up something else.
Not wanting wobbles, what is this, Smash?
I don't know. Is it? Careful with the
hope
grenade.
not.
Careful with the grenades here. Careful with the spike walls, because those can Those can get you if you're not careful.
Ooh, going a long way round.
Yeah, I'm doing it the long way around. I haven't learned the skip, I'm afraid.
Oh, you haven't learned the fun button mashing
The
up
fun
into the top corner.
Yeah.
The RNG button mash.
Yes. What we're referring to here is an extra special spicy meatball of a strat, where you go out of your way slightly to grab a gem early, and then you go in that direction where the big pit with rocks is. You put them all in, and then you jam one up a wall, which is, again, not intended in casual play. And you use that to stop all the rocks from jumping about, and then you open up a path to a portal, and then you keep going into and out of portals in order to... Yeah, no.
Oh, lucky.
Yikes. I'll just wait for these to detonate. I'll wait for those to detonate as well. So you jam them all up. They stop moving, and you can just go through these portals until one of them takes you close to the exit. There's 2 more gems there. You get those. You hit the exit, and you're golden. Famous.
Being very, very,
And with
very
that,
delicate claps from around the room.
And with that, we're on to Chapter 8.
I admire your tenacity.
It's,
Truly I do. For sure.
Chapter 8.
Things have really gotten out of control.
How can I put this? It's troublesome. You just got off Chapter 7, a chapter that demands very little but punishes you a lot if you fail it. And then you just go to Chapter 8 where it's like, I need all of these things from you, and I need you to do them perfectly. And which is why this is like, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Chapter 8's not quite as punishing if you fail it,
Yeah.
but all the stuff in there is a lot harder to pull off than Chapter 7.
Yikes. There we go,
That's
that's
a little
better.
bit lucky with that cannon cycle, yeah.
I should have paid more attention to that. Here's another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like to do that counting. Other people will do it, will also...
Just by dropping a second frog, because
Yeah.
there's a slight cooldown between using weapons over
Yeah.
and over again.
And if you do that, the moment you fire a second frog, you start walking and you go for that first one you threw, that's about the exact same timing. I've learned it with my technique of just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's worked for me. So if you want to speedrun this game, either one works. If you don't feel like counting, you can just do that second throw technique. Now I'm going to be stunning these Rackalopes here so that they will stay in place as I dodge them a lot.
Yeah.
There we
Knowing how to stun them makes 100% so much more bearable there, because there are 2
Yeah.
gems you have to collect. You can stun them by jumping into and out of their vertical radius like twice in a row,
Yeah, exactly.
and they'll just stop. They won't eat you if you go near them.
Get
Oh,
up.
nice checkpoint
Ah,
skip.
Never
Okay,
mind.
hopefully you won't. There we go.
No.
Oh, no.
Come on. There you go. Thank you. Jesus, that took a minute. I'll wait for this buzzsaw. I don't trust myself enough to chase after it. Oh boy. I wasn't paying attention to that
A
bonk.
little bit dicey there.
Bit dicey, but we made it through. We made it through. It's fine. We didn't die yet. I say yet because we will die at some point.
Paul, I believe in you,
I believe in me too.
but not that much.
But believing is half the battle. Doing is the other half. Also, you need another half of, like, not being bad. And also being lucky. Hang on, my math's not right. Let me just... careful with these rockets. They can be a bit of a pain. I'll try and disable this robot for now, so he doesn't bother us as much.
Yeah. You can do that jump without the duck shark. There's 2 ways to do it. One's slightly slower,
Yeah.
and one of them is not slightly slower, but it's much more difficult. I still haven't learned how to do it with the frog to replace the duck shark. I know how to do the weapons way,
All right.
but not the...
All right, I made that work. I made that cycle work.
It was
Yeah.
quite a tight cycle to make up. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. This secret is also has a countdown, but it's special because
It's very special.
Because if you just go on top of the exploding blocks, and then put down the controller, the game acts as an auto-scroller. So you don't have to worry about a thing. You just let it run, and you just chill.
It's an auto-scroller, but one, we made it faster, and two, it doesn't always work.
Yes, sometimes some things will desync, and you'll just be like, why did you do the thing?
It'll normally be towards the very end of it, though, so
Yeah.
you can just control it for the last little bit.
Yeah, basically. We have theorized that we could perhaps clip through a wall.
We haven't theorized, we proved it.
Yeah, we haven't actually done it, though.
We haven't done it in a proper... Because the only run we do
Wait.
it in is all levels.
I don't think we've done it at all, actually.
No, Game Guy does have a clip of him.
Huh. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that is actually possible then. The clip is possible. So you can do that. And then you'll get shit-faced. Oh, boy.
There's a neat little boost just to skip the
risky-
final puzzle.
Risky skip, just to skip that final waiting section. And that's about 10 to 20 seconds saved right there.
Oh, yeah. Puzzles are hard. Thinking's hard.
Let's
Just
don't
boost.
do it.
Just don't think.
Just don't
Easy.
think. Don't think. Just go for it. Go, 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 go. I was wondering when I would make a Stamper impression at this point. I'll fire a frog here. Oh boy, I was not expecting that to stay for this long.
I agree. That was squeaky bomb time if ever I saw it.
Yeah. Squeaky screen time, rather. I'm going to wait for this, can't I? Because I don't know if you noticed, I don't want to die. So here's another lovely stage. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, the next stage is another one of those where we're like, oh, this is great. I'm sure the developers have thought of this. They've put a lot of effort into this stage. They've made a lot of good mechanics work and synergize. We're going to cheese all of it.
Yes. 8-6. It's
Yeah, there we go.
lovely level. We just wish it was faster and you didn't have to do most of it.
You didn't have to do it.
So we don't do it.
I don't know what I did there. So, well, let's try that again, shall we?
I think you jumped a little bit too early and then
Way
tried
too
to
early.
save it.
Early. And I also
Aw.
had the wrong weapon. I'm chonking now. He's choking now. Time's up. Over. Well, time's not over yet. We still got plenty of time to finish this run. There we go. So you just get these 2 gems, and you respawn on that previous checkpoint. Get this 3rd gem.
Oh, hey, look, there's the exit.
Oh, hey, there's the exit.
Crazy.
Who'd have thunk it? Yeah. And that fan just kind of nicely pushes you up and gives you the right height to just do one little jump to get into the platform and just slid into the exit.
Smooth as anything.
Smooth like butter. And now here comes the part that I went... if you remember me from ESA Summer 2018, I was the like, imagine the nerves. Yeah, this is where the point where I was like, this is the point where you'll imagine the nerves the hardest. Because these last 5 stages, if you haven't choked your run already, this is probably where you will choke it. If you're going to choke it somewhere, it'll be here.
This stage has a fun potential to soft lock. So if you hit that checkpoint and miss this checkpoint before hitting the next checkpoint, you'll speed up these cycles by pushing that movable block forwards. But if you die on it, you'll go back to a cycle where you had to have the slower cycle.
Yeah.
And you'll have to just restart.
Yeah, you're probably better off doing that. Oh, nice. I, again, jumped very early. So I'm happy I was able to save that.
It was a very
Yeah.
nice save.
So there's 4 more stages. The one after this one that's coming up is probably the one that I lost most of my earlier runs to. Any run that was on PB pace going into that one, there was a certain boost I was going for.
Yeah,
that was bad.
it's a
And-
very fun boost. Don't get me wrong. I just wouldn't always recommend it to new players.
Yes, and I went for it, and I was able to get it consistently at some point. And then I would go into a run, and I would go into PB pace, and I would choke it so hard. I'm gonna recklessly jump here, because I saw that cycle was going a bit early. So I was like, I need that now. So I just kind of went risque early on. I'll just wait here. Yeah, just take the safety. And then I'll just slowly stroll on this platform and then just make my way up here. No.
Chat does not want to imagine the nerves.
No. Okay. That's actually quite healthy for you. You're living a healthy life, chat. I appreciate that. And remember to stay hydrated. So here we come with the last of the regular stages. Coming up next, we have the finale, which is casually a really tough platforming challenge. One of these stages we are going to cheese. Let me go for the. I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I'll try that again.
You need to go as the block beneath you is disappearing, because
There we go. There it
So
is.
there's a few frames after it disappears where you can still stand on it. It still has collision.
Yeah.
But so you have to go while the one you're standing on has collision,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
but the one above you doesn't have collision by the time you get to it.
Yeah, I forgot about the
end up
fact.
skipping.
Yeah, I forgot about.
Oh yeah.
About the fact that if you do that boost, you don't get a third gem, so you need to collect it. And I'll get it from down here. I'll get mine from down there. Yeah. But hey, I showed that skip. I haven't done that in like ages. I've done like the casual strat and it was fine. Don't tell me what to do, kiddo. Okay, Dad. Okay. But alright, here we come to the last two stages. PB is well and truly dead, but hey, it's a good time nonetheless. So let's finish this run off on a high note, and let's get this finale Brett going. This first stage, it's alright, I guess.
Music's nice.
Yeah, music is really nice. Enjoy. Yeah, some special music for this very last of last stages. It's great. It's amazing. It fills you with adrenaline, especially on the next stage. Nice. Again, it's alright if you know what you're doing. If you've practiced this a few times, then...
Ooh, no safety strat.
No, of course not. What are you talking about? What is a safety? Can I eat that? Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's take a look. Dodging these cubes is always a matter of eyeballing it. There's really no consistent way to go about this.
Eyeballing it just hope yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
just
easy
jump
enough to
down
deal
on.
with.
Yeah, just jump down on the first lava block, and jump up, do some double jumps, and then make it all the way. Now this is supposedly a really hard challenge, but we are cheesing all of it, every single piece of it, because we have the weapons to do so. Time is coming up, Mr. Pazzarino.
In about 27 seconds or so.
About 27 seconds. And that was BattleBlock Theater, a really wacky little game. Really recommend it. The cutscenes are incredible. Stamper has done an incredible job doing voice acting for this game. So, Mr. Pazzarino, of course. Yeah, very, very enjoyable game. If you want to speedrun it, go for it. Time. All right.
And so we finally
All right,
made
pretty
it
good
back to the boat after a harrowing,
1:21:26.
I bet your dogs are barking.
Right.
I mean, let's face
I
it,
would
most of-
love to put the ending cutscene over here, but we have one other order of business to tackle, and that is True 80%. You guys have also donated for this, and I'd like to thank you very much for doing all of that and pushing us over $1,000. Oh no. It's all going wrong. Oh, there we go. It's fixed. The estimate for this is about 3 to 5 minutes. Disregard the 1 hour 25. I'm going for broke on this one. I'm going to be doing all the dumb strats.
Oh, all the dumb strats.
All of them.
Oh,
yes.
I'm
all
proud
the
of
ones,
you, Paul.
All the ones I know. So this'll be a fun time. Pawsy, ready on the timer. All right, so let's begin True 80% in 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. All right, so this is really clutch. Here we go. So we're gonna go to chapter 1, and we're gonna move past it. We're going to go to Chapter 2. We're going to move past that. And then we're going to get into the Chapter 3 and 4 hub. Okay, good. All right, we're good. What do I do here
Chapter 4's a little difficult. You skip
okay.
it as well.
Okay, we did it. We did it. Okay. Careful now. This is a really hard part.
To be fair,
Oh, what a huge jump. Here we
on a
go.
serious note, this is probably where it came from because in any percent, in NG+, obviously, the door to Chapter 7 is open straight after Chapter 5. So most runners have gone straight from Chapter 5 to 7.
3
and
for
then
3.
realized, wait a minute, why am I trying Chapter 7 at like 43 minutes?
Ah.
Oh no.
Nah, I'll have to redo it. There we go.
There we go.
There's the dump strat. There we go.
Dump
World
strat
re-
1, second try.
At least the estimate is achievable. Always.
I don't know. You haven't seen Paul attempt the final strat.
Can I just intervene here?
You
Paul?
absolutely
Go
can.
for it.
I believe the viewers donated for you to play as blue. Now, if
believe
I'm
they
not
did.
mistaken, you're
Oh,
playing
no.
as the orange character right
Okay,
now.
we can remedy that.
Run invalid. Reset.
Reset.
I don't know
Nah,
how
we-
you'll recover
fixed.
from making this much progress.
Fixed. Just pretend it never happened. Nah, we've choked it. We've choked it. He's choking now.
Are you gonna blame it on blue?
Yes.
Oh.
Of course I'll blame it on blue. Orange is the only correct answer.
I think you'll find that's where you're wrong, Paul.
No. You're wrong. Here we go. And Finale 2 has an exceptionally dumb strat,
Bicycle.
which we're gonna see right here. It's a dumb boost, which I'll have to do. You get up there, sir.
I mean, what happened the last time it was demonstrated?
Actually.
We have to do a misaligned.
Get ready on
There we
time,
go.
Posy. Posy, get ready on time.
You made it. I salute
Time.
you. I truly do.
Woo!
And so we finally made it.
An hour 22 underestimate.
Yes.
I bet
Brilliant.
your dogs are barking.
And
Let's face it,
now
most of
we
that
are going
ordeal
to
was
actually
confessed to the
enjoy
point
this
of
ending
sucking a
cutscene.
whole lot. But now it's
Without
time to
me
relax in the
dancing.
forbidden moonlight of yesterday's promises.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, and treat
Shush
ourselves
you.
to a nice big mug of hot cocoa.
I
What
agree
do you
with
say,
Paul.
Hattie? But Hattie wasn't his
Yeah.
normal jovial
So
self
you guys
anymore,
can enjoy the
Jim.
cutscene. We're just
Didn't
going to be
say a
doing
word.
this in the
He didn't even
background.
respond to hugs.
Maybe even a
Freaking
little bit of
Paul
this.
will not dance.
He loves hugs.
I, however,
He wasn't moving. He wasn't
Oh,
even
no.
I will not dance. No.
Where's he gone to?
Where?
Wiki,
Enjoy this outro.
So now it's come to an end. We
Thanks to those Bible thumps in chat.
Your Bible thumps in chat, boys. We lost them. We lost them, my dudes.
Best friend, you were my Hattington. Hattington. And when you reached for help, we were too late to take your hand. But we're here now.
I see you getting ready to dance.
I'm not getting ready to dance.
Don't do it.
I'm not getting ready to dance. Paul.
Don't try it. Shush you at the back.
You know I can't. You know I give in to peer pressure too easily.
No, buckle time is coming up right now.
I love you, Hattie. So your best friend's a vegetable now. Blah, blah, blah. But you know what they say? When life gives you potatoes, you make potato salad. And I got just the recipe. Hit it! Buckle your pants. Buckle your pants. Pull up your socks and dance.
That's about as much as you're getting, folks.
Buckle your pants.
Paul is under strict instructions. Do not dance.
Hey,
Yes.
I said dance. Buckle your pants. Buckle your pants. Ladies.
I don't know what to do if not dancing. I'm always.
Hey, you. Buckle your pants.
Oh my
Yes, you.
god.
Buckle your pants. Everybody. Buckle your pants. If you don't want to. No. That's fine.
Can I just disappear now?
No. No, you're stuck.
This is slander. This is defamation of character. I will see you in court. What is happening is they're playing a tweet
Oh,
from
yeah.
Lord Mouse of me dancing this song at ESA 2018. We are not doing that. And thankfully, we have managed to finish this run without being eternally cringy. That's a PB for me.
Only a little bit cringy.
I'm happy. I'm really
We're happy with that.
Yeah. Rip, but not really.
But what if Hattie was not killed?
What if he can come back?
BattleBlock Theater 2, Electric Boogaloo.
No. No. At least it's censored. Yeah. And there goes Honeynug.
It all makes sense now.
There goes Honeynug. And that, what you saw there, was a preface for the next game by the Behemoth called Pit People, which I would have done a run of, but it got rejected. Rip. So, yeah, that is the last run. But is it the end? We have, I believe, one more thing we need to show.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. Paul looked at you. I just joined in. I mean, I think I know what he's on about. I don't know why he's looking at you for it though.
We do have one more order of business that we have been trying to tackle all weekend long. We have been rescheduling people's hosting and tech schedules for this. We are going to go into a quick intermission and tend to one last side event that I believe you're all going to enjoy, or you're all going to be puzzled by eternally. So
That's right. It's Super Bub Tournament number 2.
no. If only. If only. No. It'll be quite a puzzling and quizzical experience, if I do say so myself. So, but that being said, that's BattleBlock Theater. Thank you guys for having me, and enjoy this little surprise we have for you. See you in a bit.
All I know right now, guys, is that they are planning something funky. There's tables moving. There's somebody in front of the camera. It's a grey shirt. I think it's Rico. It's Rico. He's moving things. This is a last-minute endeavor that they're trying to put together here. We'll see if this works. They're actually touching the mic thing. Oh, no, don't touch that, guys. Don't touch that. They're removing something. If I go, tell everybody I love them. But yeah, just before we get set up here, well, or rather while they're getting set up here, I want to just give a quick shout out to everybody that has helped make this event happen. Of course, we are the UK Speedrunner Gathering, a 2-day event. This is the end of day 2. This is our second marathon of the year. No, it's not. This is spring. This is our first marathon of the year. Oh, never mind. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Or can't do seasons. It's fine. But no, we are raising money to support Young Minds. Right now, we are sitting at $1,020, which we cannot thank you guys enough. Young Minds are a charity leading the fight for young minds where they are all supported and empowered. I heard a buzz in my mic. I'm hearing buzzing as well. So I've been told to mute things as well. But yeah, Young Minds, they are going to help young people get the best possible mental health support and have resilience to overcome life's difficulties. Your donations are going towards them. 90% of your donations are going towards them. 10% are coming to us to help us keep improving the marathon and bringing more marathon runs to you. Wasn't the first one in January? Yeah, but technically that was winter. So it's like it goes winter, spring, autumn. Sorry, winter, spring, summer, autumn instead of spring, summer, autumn, winter. Like, you know, people are confusing me with the seasons. Jack, come on, stop it. Stop it. You want a hint? Like, I'm not Tricro, but I can give you a hint, Paulister. It involves a table, 2 chairs, and 6 people trying to set something up with a bundle of wires. And Grizz just dabbed on stream, so he's getting banned. Like, we're going to make sure that happens. But yeah, also want to give a massive shout out to the to ESA for supporting the marathon. They are providing the channel for streaming. We are streaming on the ESA Marathon channel. Look out for ESA Summer. That is coming up in July. I believe it's the 22nd of July, question mark. So they have also provided a massive amount of technical assistance and gear as well. Also want to give a shout out to our sister marathon, BSG, for supporting us with Ricolt. He is here, flown over. He will be heading back later. Going to miss him. It's been great having him here, and also bringing some more tech to allow us to get this marathon on the go. They also have their own monthly meetings held in the Netherlands region for the Benelux people. Just remember as well, you can follow us on Twitter at UKSG Marathon to stay up to date to any of the events that we have planned. Also, don't forget as well, another event that's coming up on ESA. It's a first of their kind as well. ESA are going to TwitchCon Europe on the 13th and 14th of April. So look forward to that. There are a number of fantastic runs that have been handpicked by the guys. So get ready for this. We have them all shouting out, getting everything ready to go as well. I've got no idea where they're going. What are they planning? It's a side event that they've been doing, and to be honest, I just haven't paid attention. I've always been at the front. But no, how have you been, chat? I have you up. I see you here. How are you guys all doing? Have you enjoyed everything? What's been your favourite runs of the marathon so far? We know Paulister's going to ask us all this later, so what have you guys been enjoying? Let me know in the chat. I am listening. Or reading. Or both. I don't know. I'm also hearing beeps again. Beep. See, I'm leaving the mic live. You guys can guess what's going on right now. You might be able to hear some people. If you want another clue, paper is involved. There's paper. Zoton, why? Why are you dabbing? Please, no. No dab. Remember as well, if you have actually missed some of the runs, keep an eye out on the ESA YouTube channel. They upload all the runs from all their different marathons on the channel as well. You can see them there, or you can go to the video tab on Twitch and look at the previous. I'm now growling. It's a nose wipe. That's not a nose wipe. Oh, Popter guessed it. Popter guessed it. It's right. It is a quiz bowl. It's a quiz bowl. Why did I not see that? Magic. It's all magic. That's why. But yeah, if you go onto the videos tab on Twitch, you can catch all the runs that are up there now. You should be able to find and search through any of the runs that you're looking for. How many people can they fit around a table? We've got like 6 people on one side. Do they not know there's more sides to a thing? It's a ruse. It's not quite a ruse. Not yet. No swipe army. Please no. Please save me. Alright guys, they are going to get set up, so I will be back in a couple of minutes. All right. We're getting ready. It is a quiz bowl that we're all getting ready for. We are about ready to get set up here. I need to actually ask them what layout they're doing. All right, we are ready for Quiz Bowl. This is going to be an interesting thing. So I'm going to hand you over to the Quizmaster Paulister.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to your doom. No, I mean Quiz Bowl. All right. So, to those of you that don't understand what is going on here, over last night and all day today, we have been running a quiz tournament revolving all around video games and just video games as a whole. We have formed a total of 4 teams. We have had to say goodbye to half of those, and currently we have 2 of the teams sitting here before me who are ready to face off in the grand final of the tournament. The prize? Bragging rights. I could not think of anything else. Natty has a bag of